Your next contest is scheduled for one fall.
This matchup I've been looking forward to all day. Battle of a couple of welterweights, Benjamin C. Steele, but a couple of welterweights with some personal issues as well.
Introducing first, representing the combination, from Morris, Iowa, weighing in at 178 pounds, the new age Gory.
Since day one of the Culminations formation, we've seen Gory, the Coger brothers, Remy LeVay, target Nate Wings. Make Nate Wings that innocent victim, that fly they could swat at, that little guy they could use to make an example of. But Nate Wings has fought back and persevered every step of the way. Nate Wings pinned Atticus Coger a month ago. Gory and Wings also had a confrontation at the Welterweight Wrestling Eye pay-per-view. But why is Gory up on the stage as we're about to see Nate Wings make his entrance?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nate Wings better be paying attention.
130 pounds,
Oh, Nate Wings didn't see Gory from the blind side. And this matchup of welterweights has begun with a lot of personal stakes to it as well. This will not be a high-flying technical classic. This will be physical. Keep in mind, Nate Wings was out of this part of the country for several months. Psychological damage done by the likes of Gory and the Coger brothers. Came back triumphantly a few months ago. Got a big pin against the Culmination in an 8-man tag. But remember, BC, it was Nate Wings who was pinned by Gory in the Welterweight Wrestling Championship Scramble on iPay-per-view. Gory's the reason Nate Wings is not welterweight champion today.
Well, that's something that I'm sure both men are well aware of. Certainly, probably sticking in the mind of Nate Wings more than it is Gory. And Gory took a really aggressive start to this matchup. We saw him jump from, well, not even from the bell, from the entrance.
I'll check out Nate Wings. This guy is so innovative. He's so fun to watch. He's like a video game come to life. He can come at you from all sides.
There's certainly nobody more special here in PCW than Nate Wings.
Oh, without a doubt. And there's a special satellite head scissors to Gory. So much torque, so much quickness. And oh, look at this. Springboard thrust kick to the side of the head. BC, we followed Gory's career for over a decade. We said pound for pound, he may be the quickest in this area. I think Nate Wings tops him.
Well, if there's any man that I've ever seen come as close,
Suicide dive.
It's definitely Nate Wings. You know, the term quicker than a hiccup certainly doesn't describe many in the welterweight division, certainly these two as well. I think speed-wise, the only two men that can match one another are in this matchup.
And, Nate Wings charges down on top of Gory with that elbow. You got to believe this matchup, as Nate Wings goes for the cover for two, you got to believe this matchup would be viewed as an unofficial welterweight championship contenders matchup based on the fact both these men were in that championship scramble. Of course, welterweightwrestling.com and the Fight app. You can check out the replay of that event as Gory biting Nate Wings. Welterweight Wrestling on DVD and MP4 as well at welterweightwrestling.com. 3-camera HD shoot. Tons of extras. You get over 4 hours of footage on that release, and Gory and Nate Wings a huge part of it.
And we just saw there what Gory brings, that unique offense. I don't think I've ever seen anybody take their opponent to that middle rope while heading out of the ring themselves. You can't really game plan for Gory because he's going to change something up. He's going to do something new every single time. And what you mentioned earlier about the man that might be able to match speed with Gory, Nate Wings is going to have to do just that.
It's all body control for Gory, and it's that sinister animalistic nature as well. But it's Gory's ability to move around the ring and use his own body weight as an offensive weapon or as increased momentum. No one uses their anatomy better in terms of weight positioning and leveraging, for my money, than Gory.
You know, some guys, they use their arms, they use their legs, they use to shift the body weight. Gory will use everything, including his teeth, as we've seen already in this matchup.
Gory on top for the cover for two. Nate Wings wants to kind of exorcise the demons in his mind that Gory and the Culmination have put in there, just torturing Nate Wings' mind, body, and soul. Gory Loves to use Nate Wings as his own personal plaything. Loves to watch him be tortured and suffer. And Gory would love to end Nate Wings' career here in this organization once and for all.
Well, then let me ask you, what going forward would a win do for either man?
Well, I think Nate Wings, it helps solidify him again as a major player in the welterweight division and in this company as a whole. And it gives him the platform that welterweight wrestling was built upon. A smaller guy who on any other event might be overlooked or cast aside or just used in a token role, but it gives him a chance to jump into the spotlight and prove what he can really do. For Gory, we know he's been in a worse mood than normal. His past couple months haven't gone the way he intended. But if Gory can take out that aggression on Nate Wings and eliminate Nate Wings from contention, then Gory has accomplished everything he's wanted to do, professionally and personally. And watching this kid squirm is only a welcome bonus. As Gory digs into the eyes, let's look at it from this way. Could you picture either or both of these men potentially challenging Ace Perry for the welterweight championship?
I would say absolutely, and Ace Perry should certainly have his eyes on this matchup. Both individuals were within just a few moments of being the welterweight champion, so obviously if we're going to make a list of contenders, these two have to be at the top.
Find more information on the welterweights at facebook.com/welterweight wrestling, welterweight wrestling on Instagram, and welterweight PW on Twitter. Our followers are growing each and every day, and really the groundswell of support is something to behold. No major advertising campaigns, no corporate sponsorships, grassroots movement, and you guys are coming out and supporting the welterweights, and we couldn't be happier. We appreciate you guys very much. Check out Nate Wings trying to fight his way from the grip of Gory. And Gory's got about a 30-pound advantage or so on Nate Wings, maybe a little bit more, which is also not something Gory's accustomed to.
Well, absolutely. With welterweights, that can be a huge advantage to have the size advantage.
Ooh. Oh, gosh. Nate Wings hit so hard, he spun down an impact right into that tailbone region. But you talk about that weight differential. Hey, Nate Wings weighed in at welterweight wrestling at, I believe, 130 pounds. Cam Zagami, his opponent, still a welterweight. He was 180, still a 50-pound difference, but Nate Wings won the matchup. 2 count only there.
Well, it's a 50-pound. It's one thing when the 50-pound difference is, say, 3 and 350, but it's something completely different when it's, say, a 130 and 180, or even a 20-pound difference of 130 and 150.
Back kick by Nate Wings.
You think it's over a third of the body weight at that point.
And Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Traps Gory, stacks him up here, 2-0.
The 150 to 180 third. I was, just doing the math there, just real quick.
Trying to. Nate Wings couldn't find Gory in the corner. There's again! Gory projecting his own body through the ropes. Target behind Nate Wings and just disrespectfully shoves Nate Wings down like his own personal plaything.
And there's no other way to call it than how you just did. Just shoving him to the match, insult and injury. Or excuse me, shoving him to the mat. This match is so quick, my lips and gums aren't moving as fast as my brain.
Gory just does not care about this official, about Nate Wings, but anybody. Again, he and his culmination have something to prove here.
With Gory, it's all about sending a message. It's all about giving something for people to look at and go, wow, that's different. Or something for fellow wrestlers to say, I don't know if I really want to test Gory. Don't know if I want to sign that matchup. Don't know if I want to put my name on the dotted line, so to speak. And that might be something that Nate Wings is thinking about right now.
Gory with a tree of woe, and oh my God.
Well, woe is certainly the key word, Joe.
That is severe risk of a disqualification.
Among other things. That's going to alter Nate Wings' plans for the evening.
Cover 2, no. How do you know what his plans were?
Well, I'm assuming. With these young kids, they're hip and what they do nowadays. I haven't been hip for quite a while.
How old are you? God. Gory is picking up Nate Wings and perhaps ready for the end. This could be trepidation if he can get him over. Nate Wings fighting. Nate Wings has felt this maneuver before. Oh! Scissor kick! Spinaroonie! Spinaroonie! By God, Spinaroonie!
Shades of Booker T. Certainly what I think of when I see Nate Wings.
And walking up the back! Moonsault! Tudo! Is that more of a moonsault or a standing shooting star?
Yes.
Nate Wings channeled some of his heroes. Nate Wings came here for the Booker T's. springs in with a splash. Kane Barada, nicely done. Gotta love it. 2-0. Man, Nate Wings is pulling out also. That's why this kid is so special. That's why he is so talented and so fun to watch. He can go from 0 to 60 in almost no time and just turn the volume up. And you never know. Oh, we saw Nate Wings beat pin Atticus Cogar with this in the 8-man tag. That face-first modified vertebreaker. I don't even know what the hell you call it. But Gory's out. Nate Wings with another big win. Moving on up the rankings. No. Gory just barely gets his foot on the rope.
And I'll tell you, Dave Dawson caught that at the very last second. That hand almost hit. It might have actually brushed the mat. But seeing the foot hit that rope first.
Hey, Nate Wings beat the Cogers. He exercised those demons. He got some revenge on when the Cogers had locked Nate Wings in that torture room several months ago. But Nate Wings has said to stop the culmination, you got to cut the head off of the snake. That's what Gory is, and that's what Nate Wings aims to do right now. To sever that head as Gory, able to push off with a lung blower. He may have caught Wings even higher around the jaw. Oh, that could do it. No!
Well, Joe, I don't think there's a person in that building other than Nate Wings that thought that was 3. And I don't think we can call Gory the head of the snake. It's more like a king cobra or a viper, if you will. Well, maybe not a viper, but a king cobra nonetheless. Well, wait a minute. This isn't good for Nate Wings.
Not at all.
Whenever Gory goes under the ring, it's for nefarious means, no doubt.
Well, again, we speculated earlier, do Gory and company care about wins and losses tonight, or is this just a message sent to show that failure won't be tolerated anymore? We saw it with the Cogers. We saw it with Remy. I think we're seeing it now with the proverbial head of that snake, Gory.
Well, this may be a collector's DVD because if Gory goes for whatever he's thinking, this may be the last sighting of Nate Wings. That'd be a good selling point.
The officials trying to plead with Gory to not do this. We may have another disqualification, especially if you hit that referee.
Well, maybe not the best thing for them, but it might be the best thing to see him get hit in the face.
I'm not sure if Nate Wings knows what he's doing. He just crawled up that chair, and he's now in harm's way. He's right in the trajectory of Gory. Oh, Gory went double stomp, but came down hard on that ankle. Nate Wings did know what he was doing. Nate Wings suckered Gory in and moved out of the way, and Gory may have a serious injury, much like Gory and his gang had given to Wings months ago.
Well, rarely does somebody outthink Gory, and on that case, that's exactly what Nate Wings did. Playing a little bit of possum, maybe a little bit of luck, but a smart move.
Well, Nate wants to follow through. The official is trying to push Nate off and make sure Gory can continue. Nate, of course, doesn't give a damn. He just wants to fight. He wants to get retribution, but Gory may be hurt.
Well, we saw that chair just bend and shoot out. All the impact going on to the ankle, maybe even the heel of Gory. This isn't good for him or the culmination.
No, and certainly regardless of who it is, you don't want to see anybody suffer a serious injury. But it seems that Gory, he cannot put any weight on that leg. What Nate Wings? Nate Wings was getting impatient. Nate Wings was going to go in for the kill. Injury be damned, but Gory showing he was a step ahead. Oh, the nefarious culmination with the mind games again, as Gory did sucker Nate Wings in. And now, from way up high, not trepidation. God! Gory's beating Nate Wings.
Here is your winner, Gory.
Apparently no serious injury for Gory.